King, podcast, a whole lot of laughs for your dog ass. Pull up something till you finally come run, nigga got a little baby, tell him crawl fast. Talking all gas, no breaks, about to have a blast. Haters gon' hate, talk so much trash, can't hold your phone straight, just a comedy podcast. They won't, man, now their platform, talk rock and rap songs, some wrestling movies, then hop on that porn and came with anything entertained with. Man, who the last think they playing with? Every other channel, that's the same shit. Talk kid like, man, it's a game switch. You gon' feel what we said, but you can't skip. Yeah, we hear what you playing, but it ain't this. So, ladies and gents, I would like to present some of the funniest shit you have never witnessed. Introducing your host that be doing the most. If you and your folks wonder whoever did this, one time from now you finna find out what it's all about. My further privilege. Pay attention, this is talking and listening. Biggest in the biggest, don't push the quickest, Lord. Hey. You are now tuned into Talk, King, Listen. My boy, your host.
We can formally announce that we're back. Season 5, the first episode of season 5. Yeah.
Holy okay.
You're the main fucking guest.
Okay,
yes, first guest.
Strong. Good luck topping this.
You're gonna be number 1 by the end of the year. Obviously, I'm Nolf.
I'm Petra.
Today we're joined by the RCW International Champion, Bulletproof, Alex Arsenal.
You had to check your notes for Bulletproof? Oh, yeah.
No, make sure.
Like, you can take out a gun and try it out if you need to.
Oh!
No, sorry, you said not to.
No, you can. You can.
No, it's fine. At least I went for the shirt.
I'm just gonna blush. I'm just gonna blush a lot.
I don't know what kind of Target demo you have, but I went for the shirt at least.
No,
like I'm holding it back.
It's fine.
We have a very wide variety of listeners.
I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. How you been?
I've been great. I've been fantastic. I have a million things going on. How many hours are we doing? We're doing 4 hours, 5 hours?
If you want.
Hey,
okay, baby.
I'm
I
down.
should be able to catch you up on most of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start doing this thing where I Google a person.
Okay. Oh no.
And let me see if this.
Oh no! You're not the first person recently to tell me that the Googling has gone south. But maybe
Oh,
I
no.
shouldn't cut you off. Go ahead. What did you find?
Okay. Well, what do you think it says when I Google who is Alex Arsenal?
Is it in Russian? And
They started with a bunch of
men?
soccer teams or.
Oh yeah.
That was the first one.
Yes.
But then they gave me the option that said wrestler, so I clicked that.
Oh, that's cool.
And tell me if this is accurate. A wrestler who performs for Wrestle Rave, he is known for his focus and not underestimating his opponents.
Is this AI? You think putting this?
Probably.
Together, yeah. Yeah, it's generic, so of course it's true. I mean, that would apply to most people. Yeah. I don't know if anyone has a gimmick where they're not focused all the time or something. I'm pretty focused.
It said some positive things.
Yeah, that's way better than I thought you were. There's some, I don't know.
No, yeah, now
What have you?
tell us.
No, yeah. What have you seen?
Last time I was told to Google myself, I was like, bro, you got to Google yourself. Okay, and then boom, Reddit pages from the bear community.
From the what?
Have you ever heard of the bear community?
No, tell me.
Most of my career is built on a foundation of the bear community. So there's wrestling fans that are like, if there's a pie chart, there's like 10% of my fan base is wrestling fans. The other 90% is the bear community.
Yeah.
So large, hairy gay men.
Yeah.
Right? There's this specific genre that I appeal to for some reason. I don't know.
But are you gay? And
I personally, no.
Okay.
Perhaps the vibe I give off is, or perhaps it's just a specific
but that's your.
There's also the thrill of the chase. You never know what it is. I don't. My DMs would imply that there is a thrill of the chase.
That's actually.
You guys might be scared to reach out to people. There are certain people in Russia who are not scared to reach out to me. And so, if you ever want to see like photos of certain body parts, like
just go through your inbox.
Yeah. They're all blurred. Thankfully, the algorithm blurs them. But you just unblur. Yeah.
You unblur to get a.
It's a jump scare.
Yeah.
Whenever I get my popcorn late at night,
That's not an arm.
you don't know. You don't know which direction. What
Wow.
what kind of action shots you're gonna get?
This is my favorite one yet, Julian. I mean, North.
Lord have mercy on my
Yeah. So no, at no point was any of that negative, by the way.
No. I want to be a part of the bear community.
They have a flag that's like specific to them. And all
I didn't know that. I've heard of the bear community.
I found this summer.
I didn't know there was a flag.
Yeah, during Pride Month this month, I went down to the shop that had flags for all the different communities and sub-communities and sub-genre communities, and there was one for the bear community. And so they're a big part of my my fan base, and I've got nothing wrong with that. As soon as I post, like
There's the first comments.
Boom, boom, boom. I'll see like 32 saves in the metrics.
Oh,
It's weird.
oh. Well, I'm not gonna lie. So when Julian was like, "Oh yeah," he sent me some pictures. I was like, "I need to see
The promo pics, and I didn't use the one you wanted me to.
Hey, okay.
Oh, but
sorry.
we're gonna have to just insert it here.
There.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right there.
Yeah, if I sent it to you, I'm trying to remember which one I sent.
Those even the whitey tidies.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can go up there.
There was a social media question
Okay.
from Andro6657. How do you
Doesn't
feel?
sound like a bear at all. Really.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, whatever.
How do you feel about your large following in the gay community?
That's
I
a good
beat
one.
you to it.
Yeah.
I beat you to it. Hey, fans are fans. Like, that's awesome. I think at the end of the day, I don't know, maybe this is a little more selfish. Like, you do definitely want people to buy merch and go to the shows and stuff. Like, but I mean, if someone lives really far away, it's not realistic at this point anyway. And social media traction is valuable for my career too. So, like, there's no negatives to it at all. Absolutely. And maybe I just haven't gotten big enough yet, but there's no one's negative or critical of me, at least on a large scale or anything like that. So the community's great. I mean, if they're passionate, even if it is just about my look, it's not like I'm I don't know. For artists who are like singers or painters, if people are just obsessed with how you look, I can see that bothering you.
Yeah.
Well, what I do is aesthetic. What I do is a lot about how I look, so I understand that's a big part of the appeal.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, and that's a huge compliment.
And back in 2015, I noticed on TikTok that we were not looking like this. And so,
The transformation.
if you'll kind of go into the transformation, I would love to know more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am. Let's put my age into perspective here. I was just doing an interview the other day where I surprised everyone. I went to WCW house shows and I remember them. So I'm old enough.
Oh,
for that.
how old are you?
Oh, yeah.
32. So
you're so young.
They're my earliest memories, but I do remember.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Ric Flair's Heine, as I call it, sticking out at a house show, and that's when I knew I wanted to be a wrestler. It's usually
That was it.
All right.
That was the moment I knew I'm going to do this. So my point there being, I've lived long enough. I've made enough mistakes. I've been, even just in my adulthood, I've been a drug addict. I've been a dropout from college. I've done all that. It's like I was like checking things off the bucket list, but like a negative bucket list of stuff you want to get out of the way, like a trial and error. Like, oh, this doesn't make me happy. And by May of 2015, so we're coming up on 10 years, I moved here to San Antonio. I thought this was just where people go for like SeaWorld and like I didn't know
Fiesta
you could live
and
here.
shit.
I didn't know you could live here. It's like the seventh biggest city in the country. But I was like, because I lived in Texas my whole life, so you just you go visit San Antonio. You don't live in San Antonio. You go to Six Flags, you go to SeaWorld, you go to
And then everyone leaves.
Accurate.
yeah. You eat some tacos. They're way too spicy.
The Alamo.
Me and my family would go, oh, these tacos aren't like the ones in Austin. And we go back, oh my.
Definitely not.
and then we come back once a year. But then I was like, I'm going to go live here. There's a lot of wrestling going on. I can break into the business here. But I knew right then, I told myself, like, it's going to take a while because I probably got to get myself in shape mentally, physically, all that stuff. So I went and got a job at Gold's Gym, became a personal trainer, right? Worked on that, worked on myself, worked on my wallet, my financial situation. Like, I had to get everything. I had to learn how to work hard, if that makes sense. I come from a very privileged background, and I'm like proud of that now, especially. One, because my family had to work hard to make that a real thing, so I'm proud of them. Two, despite their best efforts, and I have an incredible family, incredible parents, I was still this lazy, privileged, that didn't know how to work hard. So I had to build that work ethic. And it sounds funny, but the gym is a great, like, metaphorical version of that. Like, you got to show up every day and work your ass off, and then hopefully you can apply that to other things in your life. I don't mean to preach or whatever.
No.
But that's how it applied to me. It was like, I got a job at the front desk because they wouldn't let me be a trainer, so I'm coming in at 5 in the morning, like, cleaning the pool, and then opening the thing. And like, I'll say this right now, I was so privileged. It was like I didn't know that existed. Like 5 a.m. existed. Yeah. I didn't know you could clock in at 5 a.m. I used to think like, my life's a movie. This is insane. And then if you just go based off Gold's Gyms, there's 30 other kids clocking in at 5 a.m. at the other locations, let alone everyone that works at Fajita Express across the street, all the garbage men and all these people.
Or the 24-hour one that they never sleep.
Yeah, right? So there's and I didn't know how that was. I was 22 and I didn't know how to work hard and be consistent, be reliable. So I was never late, never missed anything, turned my life around. Same thing with the gym, always prioritized it. Did great with personal training. #1 in the country after like 2 months, if I can brag, for Gold's Gym. But then, maybe took 2 years to get everything in place, and I was like, okay, it's time to get into this wrestling thing and see how this goes. And that was great motivation for the fitness, because that was always going to matter.
Yeah.
I thought, So then we got that going in 2017. Here we are, 8 years later.
Damn.
And still working on progress, because like I said earlier, it's an aesthetic business.
Yeah.
And that's never bothered me. I am not sour or salty when I say I have been to tryouts where they did not really look at what I could do in the ring, because they did not care. They wanted, I flew myself out to California. I paid hundreds of dollars for this thing. I got in the ring for less than a minute, and they kicked me out because they were looking for this big bodybuilder guy. And I'm not mad about it, because that's how you make money in this business, right?
Yeah.
There are guys who I could wrestle circles around in the ring who look way better than me, and they get the opportunity, and I agree with that most of the time. That's probably how it should be, because then they end up making money, because you're flipping through the channels. You're not going to stop on the most technical wrestler in the world if he's not literally doing something super technical in this exact moment, or you don't care about that type of thing. You can just stop and see the big old muscly freak. So it's an
so you understand it, and it doesn't bother you.
No, the only thing that bothers me is that if I can't compete, I want to be able to compete with those guys. So here I am. I can make a kind of a cool announcement that just happened recently. If I can drop a little bomb. So I was on All Caribbean Wrestling recently. I was part of. I shouldn't say on. They have a TV show coming up. It's going to be airing on a time slot in the tri-state area, and then throughout the Caribbean. And that's really exciting, and I'm going to be a part of that. I signed an official contract, so I can announce that. And I'll be doing some tours of the actual Caribbean. So, first of all, I just wanted to, that's so grateful. Right place, right time to actually get the initial opportunity. But the story that I've been telling people, and what's so cool, is when I walked in there, before I did anything in the ring, like 3 different people in management were like, do you have your passport? Because they do a lot of stuff. I was like, they haven't seen me. Just in the 8 years I've been in the business, if you go back and look at how I looked in 2017, like that's an in-shape guy, but that's not this guy. So I am not used to someone seeing me just take my shirt off and go, do you have your passport? Like, oh, okay. And, part of it is it's called All Caribbean. Despite that, they're not all Caribbean. There's a few exceptions. But that's good for me, because for one, you know how hard it is to be a white guy in this world.
I get it.
For one time in my life, they told me, hey, you look great, but don't get brown on me. Wait, what does that mean? And
don't get tan.
And I don't, just in case it comes off the wrong way, I won't say who said that to me, but he was being very genuine. He goes, no, I'm being serious. So I realized, don't go get a tan or anything, because I'll start to look more like the rest of the roster. So okay. Anyway,
you're going to be the break.
It's an aesthetic business. That's the theme of this whole thing. So
that's hilarious.
That was really motivating, because it was cool. Because then I got in the ring, and I like to think I didn't stink it up too much anyway. But even if I wasn't that great, they were offering me a spot before they saw what I could do. I had put in this.
So that just added to it once they actually saw you.
I'm super motivated. Everything's in my Arsenal gimmick for Alex Arsenal is very legitimate. I want everything in my Arsenal. If I was a creative character, it would be great to be a 10 at anything. But I'm more concerned being 7 and 8 across the board, if that makes sense. At least higher than that if I can. But whether it's charisma, whether it's professionalism, whether it's in-ring ability, whether it's aesthetics, I want to at least be like an 8 across. Like you only have so many points you can use when you're making your character. You know what I mean? That's
so kind of like
thing, right? Have that foundation across the board. And the aesthetics, I don't think we're there. I think we're getting there. I think the look is there.
You were telling me on the way upstairs that what are you doing right now?
I'm counting the hours. We're about 42 hours away from my photo shoot. I can eat again afterwards. I'm really excited. Oh, man. So there's caffeine inside here. If you had like an x-ray of what's going on inside my body, but my stomach's just like, how about some carbs or some food or some water? So tomorrow's going to be even rougher, so I'm glad we're doing this tonight. Tomorrow's going to be...
You could have said no.
No, I'm super excited.
So excited you didn't say no.
Yes, I really wanted to be here. Tomorrow would have been even more just down and out. I'm not complaining. It's part of the business. Thankfully, it's not as important to do this for wrestling shows, because that would be a whole other story. This weight loss that I've been going through for a long time, but aggressively these last few weeks, it's bothered me personally. I'm a very tough critic of myself. I've had my last few matches where I'm not saying I stunk the joint up, but there were moments where it was like, wow, there's no energy here. The fans deserve more. I can't think of anything. What we do is like
hypercritical.
If you went to an improv show and it was like one of the performers is just like not making jokes or something, you know what I mean? There was just nothing coming to me in moments where it was important. And one of the things I'm known for in wrestling specifically is like crowd work and like all these witty things and stuff. And there was like none of that. That was out the window. So I'm trying to work on balancing that, because modeling is different. It's purely aesthetic. The pie chart of like what you can do athletically and how you look in wrestling, it's like a nice even split maybe, or depending on your preference. In modeling, obviously, it'd be 99% how you look, and just being dehydrated or not eating a lot, or whatever. It's tough because you actually, if you know what you're looking at, sometimes you see guys who are so lean you can tell they're not actually athletic, or so giantly muscular that they're not as athletic either. So I'm in that first category right now. Like, you ask me to go run a mile or lift a lot of heavy weights right now, it's not happening. But on Saturday I'm doing a Valentine's Day shoot, which is really cool. Building a portfolio for a photographer of mine who's a close friend. He's just trying to get his start. But my only condition was, since this is the end of my weight loss phase for now, I really wanted a Wolverine shoot. So we're doing, from Deadpool, the most recent one. Hugh Jackman's like 50 something, so it'll be infinitely more impressive that he did what he did. But what's cool is you look at other superheroes and there's like swollenness and fullness to them. He, especially this last movie, is just so lean and vascular. And then of course, like, if you've seen it, like the end of the movie where he's like flexing and he's holding like the power of the universe or whatever. That's been, I have to visualize something. Yeah. So every night when I'm sitting there eating vegan noodles for the 500th time and I'm hungry as hell. That's and cauliflower rice.
Props to you, goddamn.
Rice, pretending it's
so
actual
tasty
rice.
too.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. So hopefully Saturday that's gonna happen. Then after that, I'm going to Olive Garden. I've got a reservation at 2 separate Olive Gardens just in case, because they say endless breadsticks. Bull. Can I say shit?
Say whatever you want.
All right, no way. It's a building. It's not infinite. There's a limited capacity for breadsticks. I'm gonna find out what that is.
But are you going with anybody?
No. You guys want to come with? Well, no, because you can't have any of my breadsticks. That's the rule.
That's okay. I don't try to eat bread, so it's fine. I'd give you all the bread.
Why Olive Garden?
The carbs specifically this time around for me, I just wanted bread so badly. I don't know if y'all can tell from my hands for this.
You got to go to Buttercrust and just go to the bread factory.
I talk a lot with my hands. That's the giveaway. But yeah, I think I just wanted bread so bad. I just decided, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna go to Olive Garden. It was either that or like, I don't know, Cece's Pizza or something. I want like an endless thing.
No, Cece's is good.
It had to be a buffet type thing, whatever it was. I'm gonna cheat the whole weekekend, so I'll go to other places.
So I thought it was gonna be one day.
I bought some Hot Pockets at
you're
HEB
fucking
today.
ready.
I got a honey bun ready to go.
Getting ready.
I got we got everything ready to go. Yeah. No, it's all locked away in my trunk. Like, tonight I'm gonna be trying to bang in there.
Okay, so I used to work for Gold's Gym, and nice. I used to have a personal trainer at Gold's Gym. I'm a huge fan of Gold's Gym, which is why I gave you the high five. Do you still work out at Gold's Gym?
Yes, today.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And we don't have to air this part, but what location?
Oh no, anyone can come by Gold's Gym in Calabria on 1604.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I drive by there every day.
Okay. Signing up today.
Hop in, do a
Signing
trial
back
or sign
up. Hey, Jacob, I'm coming back.
Hey, Jacob, he's my GM right now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that's awesome.
You were like, what, 2 years ago maybe?
Yeah, like 2 years ago. But, so, actually, Jacob and I used to go to high school together.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What a small world.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, yeah. Come by anytime. Take my Gold's Fit class, right? I teach a couple different classes.
You teach too! Mm-hmm. Very cool.
So
sorry, babe. I'm going to Gold's Gym again.
Like 7 days if I take your class.
Did you say years?
7 days.
Oh, days. Oh.
Months.
We can get you started in 7 days for sure.
I can't.
Oh, yeah. No, it's called Tall Can Listening, and I can't drink with y'all tonight, so I brought a 4-pack, though.
Oh!
If anybody wants some. So there's some protein.
Creamy chocolate.
I wasn't sure if the shirt was going to fit or whatever, so I got some of this. But it's looking great, so, like, you don't need
I bought it big.
If anybody wants some.
Do you really like the Slim Fast?
No, I was just trying to be insulting as possible.
Oh, okay.
What else we got?
I was like, those are not the good ones.
I mean, what a rude gift to give anyone.
I think that's hilarious.
I'm gonna hang it up.
The funny thing is I would take it.
Sign it too.
Yeah, I'll sign it for you guys. You can keep it. Yeah.
I'll start with Andrew6657. He said, "How big is it?" Followed by Chris Cruz, "How big is it? Soft, hard, plus diameter."
16 inches, but that's after.
Whoa!
I assume you meant my bicep, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the third leg, but we won't go into that one.
Yeah, most of those profiles that leave those pictures, if you actually go, some people make, what are they called, ghost profiles or whatever?
Yeah.
You can tell when I engage with them for a while, it's Chris Cruz. Just you know. He just
do you know him personally?
And
Chris Cruz. He's amazing. He was on here, but it's when X was here, so it's in the past.
Well, you got to have him back on.
No, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure he would like to. We've done a photo shoot together. I'm sure we could do an interview together.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It was very hot and steamy.
It was.
Picture, I'll send it to you later.
Thank you. At least you know me.
We got Victor the Fox Runnels. I don't know what it was in reference to, but as you should, my favorite sexy boy.
Yeah, he's very creative. He likes that comment. That's his big thing on all my posts. That's his big thing. So I don't know if it's a Shawn Michaels reference.
I think so.
Yeah, that could be it.
Have you? I'm pretty sure you have. You've done the photo shoot with the belt, right?
Oh.
At least once.
At
least once.
Yeah.
What belts were?
I don't think I've done one. I don't know if Brennan would like one. Probably
Boom Boom.
Haven't done one.
Let him do it.
Boom Boom. With the RCW Championship. But yeah, I think multiple belts. TWL, I have one. I have one of me just wearing that. You can't see anything. There's nothing else going on, right, on the bed. And then I have one of me looking at it, holding tissues and a bottle of lube and getting hot. So it's kind of an Inception thing. It's me looking at a picture of me that we took over. So that one's on the social somewhere deep down in the caverns.
I'm surprised Peter didn't do enough stalking to find that one.
I haven't had enough time, okay? Got the old ball and chain over there.
Nerd Rock Josh wants to know, when you were a kid, did you ever paint toy guns black to make them look more realistic?
Probably at least the orange tips that they would.
Yeah, you have to cover those.
Cut
but then you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Especially no, you're fine though.
With my entrances right now, my whole thing, like, they're inflatable. I do have one really big inflatable one that people from a distance think is real, which is ironic because then people who know their stuff, like military people, are like, that's the one you have that's not based off a real gun. That's just this big.
You come out with it and you're just
ridiculous looking thing. But
it's fucking amazing.
They don't have to look all that authentic because they are a metaphor. I'm not trying to scare my opponent into thinking I'm going to shoot him with the gun. The metaphor of the bullets, which those look pretty authentic, even though
the bullets look real.
Yeah, those are plastic, and again, same thing. Especially in a military city like this, I can't tell how many locker rooms I've been in where someone's like, "Hey, I'll hook you up with bullets." I'm like, no, I don't need the bullets. I'm good. I'm fine.
I got guns.
I give them out to kids. I really don't think, and I put my name on them. So like, that's gonna be bad. And it's got no.
That's what I'm looking for. Let's go find it.
Like good shooting, good hunting, kid. Like, no, I'm not gonna. No.
Check the bear community.
There's.
Signing out.
Wait, do that one more time.
Purely metaphorical. That's it. It's everything's in my arsenal. I got all the weapons, all the cool stuff. I got some new merch coming out that's gonna be really cool. Where I'm like, Krishna, they're like the god with the 8 arms, but like one is a chainsaw, one's a sword, one's a gun. You know what I mean? Like cool stuff. It's all metaphorical. I don't need more authentic looking guns, and I don't know, that could go south real fast.
It'd go very bad. I know there was one time you pretended to hand me the gun, and I reached for it. Jeez, season premiere. I'm rusty as fuck. I haven't recorded an episode since November. I reached for it, and you pulled it away like the heel you are.
Oh no, did I really?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like me.
I looked stupid in front of everyone on the south side of San Antonio.
Yeah, I ruined your reputation. I apologize.
Look at that fucking loser.
I'll make it up to you with a bullet tonight at least.
Whoa, what does that mean?
With a bullet you can keep.
Okay, I'll keep it forever. I had to go to my Instagram for this one because I'm assuming FW stands for Johnny. FW Johnny 17 wanted me to show you a video and to say that he is the Wepa King.
Okay. I know this guy too. I have a couple fans that are pretty frequent, the usuals or whatever.
I have to go to the archives.
I don't know how many years you got to live in San Antonio to get good at that. I have shown up on the Latin American Heritage Month.
I saw that you tricked him.
Yeah, I didn't say. I didn't mean to. It was just a rib. I didn't think I was gonna end up, and he put me on there. And again, there's like 25% Southern Italian in there.
You don't know based on.
Yeah. Absolutely. I guess so.
But I saw you were like, like you made it. Like.
Yeah. No, this is great. I'm glad to come to the cookout. Like this. Hell yeah.
People mistake me for Hispanic all the time too, so I totally get it.
Last name's Lopez now, so.
It was Hernandez. So.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let me open this. Go here. God damn it.
I'm hoping I get on the poster again this year. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he learned his lesson last year.
Who?
The guy who makes the
why isn't it popping up?
Heritage stuff.
Oh, well, I'll get back to the video later. It's not popping up now. It was him dancing or something.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think you know who it is.
Yeah,
I'll post it later.
And he's been trying to teach me at shows how to do that.
That's what he did, and you pushed him.
Oh, I pushed him?
You pushed him. No, I'm going to find that shit.
Are you a heel? Is that are you, or do you want to be a heel?
No, I guess I'm just an asshole. I don't know. I'm pushing kids.
Tall can.
hard-hitting question. Dun, dun, dun. I know why you got into wrestling, but how?
So, like, what's my origin story or what?
Yes.
I started here in San Antonio. Texas Wrestling Academy. Texas Wrestling Entertainment was the first company I wrestled for. New Texas Wrestling and Heavy Metal were like
Hell
the first
yeah.
couple ones.
Sorry, big
Right, I
compliment.
believe Heavy Metal Wrestling might have been my first pay, my first official pay, and that was a big deal. I had the little envelope at home.
That's
That
dope.
was really cool. And so I broke in there really early on with Aaron Mercer. Don't know if y'all have ever heard
Oh,
of him.
yeah.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Then there was Teflon John.
Of course.
Right.
You're naming all my favorites.
And let's see. So we had kind of an ode to. There was a Ring of Honor match back in the day with like 4 up and comers that was really famous. Paul London and Bryan Danielson were 2 of them for sure. And so there was us. Joe DeMauro was the 4th one in our little generation. We were all from different wrestling schools or different cities, et cetera, et cetera. And that was really cool to see where everyone would go. We've all kind of branched out in different things.
Yeah.
Very unique styles and stuff. But yeah, so that's where I started here, and then have since branched out everywhere. Trained at a bunch of different schools now to kind of add to the arsenal. Trained in Mexico for about 3 weeks before the pandemic with Bentera down in Mexico. So maybe that's why I made it onto the
Maybe.
on the
The
poster
list.
thing, because like I guess I was in Mexico for three
That
weeks. That
counts.
counts. Tortas are my favorite food now, so that would make sense. I dated a couple Latinas. I don't know if like that
Were they
gets you
also
on to the,
tortas? No, I'm sorry.
They were
The joke was there.
They were delicious. They were delicious. I don't know enough about the community to know if I'm insulting or complimenting yet, so I'm going to stay away from saying C or no on that one. They were scary. I'll say that. So, yeah, then, I don't know, you fast forward to today, and now I'm wrestling all over the place. Louisiana, Arkansas. I was just out in Louisiana recently. Going to Florida soon, the Caribbean, all that cool stuff, expanding out further and further. Hopefully back to Mexico soon.
What's on the playlist when you have to make these road trips?
Oh, let's see. So if I'm alone, I've been trying to be more of a podcast guy and learn new things.
So
and,
talk and listening is
right,
definitely one of
that's-
those to listen
going
to.
through. I'm almost caught up through all of them. I stopped the Chris Cruz one. I couldn't finish that one. Mostly my own theme song is a big one.
Really?
No, so do
Gets
we
you
know?
going, huh?
You know what my favorite is? Best way to explain my taste in music. I mean, it's everyone says, "Oh, I listen to everything," but I wanted to give you a more specific answer. But here's a good way to specify. Do we know who Don Haas is? 60-year-old outlaw. He's wrestled a few times around here.
Don
He's been
Haas,
promoted. So 60. He's coming.
Wait, Haas Holding. God damn it.
Yeah.
See,
Haas Holding.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the outlaw, right?
I was like, why does that sound familiar?
so we
Shout
were-
out Haas Holding.
We were coming back from probably Louisiana. We were doing one of those long drives. Everyone's asleep. He's in the passenger seat. I'm driving his truck in the middle of the night, and he just wakes up and he goes, "Have you seen the movie Blade? Like the rave scenes? That's your music. I thought I was dreaming I was in Blade the whole time." So my taste is and a bunch of BDSM clothes and stuff. Right?
Lights in the
Oh,
car
wow.
too.
Oh
or what?
yeah. I don't care if everybody's sleeping. Yeah, stay awake.
Do you ever get anybody that comes up and recognizes you wrestling wise, and you're like, hey,
it has happened. In this city, it's more common for
Yeah.
sure.
Sure.
And so, like the whole random Alex Arsenal from someone I don't know, like that's cool. That feels really good, right? I like that we've gotten that level of traction going. Probably one of my favorite stories with that was being down in the valley one time, and I saw a guy wearing an Arsenal jacket, the soccer
Oh,
team,
the soccer team.
Oh,
Okay.
the football team. And I was like, you know what? I want to take a picture for socials. So I went up to him and I had like a sales pitch. I was like, hey, dude, sorry to bother you. You've got this Arsenal jacket on. My name's Alex Arsenal. I'm a pro wrestler. I do this thing. Blah, 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 blah. Can I just take a picture? And he goes, yeah, dude, I saw you at the show last night. I was like,
Shit.
Oh, okay. Like, first of all, why
That was
did
a
you...
you
good
didn't
coincidence.
even have to
Why
ask.
did you interrupt me during my 20-minute sales pitch? Because I was afraid, like, we were really afraid about going and shooting my shot. I didn't want this guy to be like, no, why would you take a picture with me? I was
let you
like, and he let me finish, and then with the fly on his eye, because he just, yeah, dude, I was at the show last night. I know who you are. Oh, well, me then. All right, cool. So he knew who I was, and this is not near a wrestling venue. Again, it's at least a day or two
That's
after a
crazy. That's a
wrestling
crazy
show. We're
coincidence,
down in the
though.
valley and
That is
stuff.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
so-
why. I mean, even I want to get an Arsenal jacket.
The soccer team.
No.
You need to do more of those. I enjoyed your Facebook post where you would take a picture with someone and tag a lookalike.
Yes. That's kind of what that whole thing with the Arsenal guy was like. Like you can't imagine how awkward those conversations have to be. When I walk up to someone,
Because they're random people you see.
Oh, absolutely, all of them.
And you're like, that looks like Dylan Dunbar.
Yes, absolutely. Right? And I have to go
what's
up,
the pitch? Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy looks like Gino. Okay. Hey, so I'm a pro wrestler. You look like my friend. I always have to have their like picture posted up first. And I've gotten the whole sales pitch, and the guy goes, "No, that'd be weird." Like, oh, I can't take a picture. Oh, shoot. And you're like, oh, then I do feel weird. And that's how he said it. He didn't just say no thank you. He's like, no, that would be weird. I'm like, oh, are you sure? Oh, okay. It's an awkward
You really don't
conversation.
have like social anxiety or anything. You don't care.
I mean,
at
that's
all.
a little scary, but I go for it.
Yeah, that's
like
Because you have to keep going, and you might get a yes. That's why.
yeah. So I have like 5 or 6 of those, but I'll keep working on it.
keep posting them.
I do like when it's someone who's particularly on the heavier side version, like, and it's like, hey, great seeing you. You've really been bulking up lately.
Who would play you in a movie? Speaking of lookalikes.
So obviously Chris Hemsworth is what because everyone says Thor.
Yep,
No.
that was it.
No?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, who? Okay, who do you think would play him in a movie? See,
I don't
Chris
know.
Hemsworth was
I don't
pretty-
know. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
People I've compared say I look like Mac from It's Always Sunny, Philadelphia. When I had
Really?
shorter
Okay.
hair.
Okay.
And a little
I can
bit
see
chunkier
that.
face,
I
too.
can see that.
When
Oh,
he,
you know
he was
what?
he was
Yeah,
cultivating
okay.
when he was cultivating mass.
Yeah.
He got a little chunkier. And so did I. The best friend in Deadpool 1, I forget that actor's name. He's got the beard. Well, I used to have glasses. People would say I look like him. Franco. There's been a couple different people. Yeah, James Franco, again, shorter hair, shorter beard back in the day. People would say that.
I'm still sold on the Chris Hemsworth thing. I don't know what you.
At this point, yeah. Zac Efron, I guess. I don't know.
No, I don't see Zac
Okay,
Efron.
all right. The Rock, I don't know.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, there you go.
All Caribbean's gonna fire me if I get brown. He said specifically, don't go getting brown on me. Don't be putting that out there. I am pale. I was gonna say a different, more racially charged word. I am pale. You should see me dance.
Say it.
Right? It's
Well, let's
Wait, see it.
It's horrible. Now, I deserve a spot on all Caribbean because I stand out. All right? I can't handle spicy food. I have a 401k. Wait, okay.
He white.
This is
He
going
white,
too
y'all.
far.
He white.
This is gone. I do not belong on that poster with all the other.
What's a 401k?
No, we're not. We don't have time. But we talked about actors. Like the fourth industry I am now in is acting. I'm in films.
Oh,
You can literally, as of right now already, this isn't even a big announcement because this was 2 or 3 weeks ago. You can go to the Fossum app. So it's like it's gonna be on Tubi eventually, but right now on it's like Awesome, but with an F, Fossum. And it's a free streaming app, and you will see Sea of Madness, a movie I star in, is already out.
really?
Full feature-length
Oh,
film.
shit.
Paid?
Over 90 minutes. What?
Paid?
Oh yeah. It's paid.
Sea of
Yes.
Madness?
Yes,
Okay.
far more than I've been paid for in wrestling. I don't
Oh,
know.
fuck.
Really?
Fuck wrestling. You're
complaining. I'm not
acting now.
Well, tell me, what is it that your character does? And
Okay, so-
synopsis.
Like in the Marvel universe, how you got Captain America and Iron Man, and they come together for the Avengers, right? So they're doing Green Apple and Open Heart Productions, the studio and the director Mitch Lang. They're doing what's called like the Bogman universe, right? The Bogverse. So Bogman is kind of like the Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, like the Southern Yeti, abominable Sasquatch, right? He goes by a bunch of different names, but these mythical creatures. So yeah, there's
Which one is
the
it?
poster. That first one, that green.
The first one?
Oh, and I think the second and third one too. There's a couple of them. So that was the prequel, right? The first one they did maybe almost 2 years ago now about the Bogman, and then. Just like how you have Captain America and Iron Man coming together, and eventually you're going to have the Bogman with a bunch of these different mythical creatures. The one I was in was all about
Look at you.
evil mermaids. Yeah, see? It's real.
Wait, did he just say what I thought you said?
Mermaids, baby.
She loves fucking. She doesn't love fucking mermaids.
Whoa!
She
Well, you can. I hate to
Wow.
bring it to you.
I call my.
Whoa. I absolutely would. Are you kidding me? That's why I have 2 swimmable mermaid
The
tails.
lower half is unfuckable, I think. But I don't know. I didn't
Never.
try. They were evil.
They were evil.
They were beautiful, and one was played by a porn star.
Okay. This is huge.
Woo!
Was it Desire?
Okay.
Was it Morgan,
no.
or what was her name?
Okay, one was played by a former adult actress.
Okay.
She has now gone fully into film. like me. So not like you originally thought. The other film, not mattress action. I don't know what the terminology any of this is. Anyway, Jessa Flux is her name. She's on the flyer there too.
Look her up.
Formerly, instead of an F, there was an S on the name there. It's me, Frankie, another wrestler, Jessa, and then a bunch of actors and actresses with years and years of experience. I was pretty intimidated. I was in the right time, right place. I can do the short version of how I got the role if you want. That's
yes, I was going to ask my next question.
So there was a couch. No. So it was a bus. No, it was a cab. No, okay.
Oh, it was a bus.
Yeah.
It was a bus.
Okay, it was a bathroom. It really was. This one's real now. I'm not
okay,
joking.
I can't tell.
It was a hole. It was a bathroom. So my buddy Rob Love, don't know if you heard of him, the King.
The King?
Yep. Ooh. So we are fashionably late to a show out in Louisiana, Bayou Independent Wrestling, right? One of the hottest places, especially out there. We are on our way to Monroe, Louisiana. I have never had a pee so bad in my life. I know you can relate, right?
Yep.
But we're late. We gotta go. So his music is playing when we get to the venue. That's if you don't have respect for what we do, a moment like that will give you respect, right?
His music was playing.
His music is playing. He don't know who he's wrestling. He's got to go to the ring, and
That's
he knew we were late, so he's got
Yeah.
his gear on. So his music's playing. I'm like, there are Russian racehorses who are pregnant that have not had to pee as bad as I have to pee. Right? I can't stand up, and I had to show you physically.
Yeah.
So I run to the bathroom, I kick it open, and it gets blocked by this giant furry foot. Which maybe you have enough context now, you might be able to figure out where this could be going from what I said earlier. It's a big furry foot, and I'm like, I gotta pee. It's wrestling. I've seen weirder, whatever. And a female voice goes like, "Give us a minute." And I look up. It's the men's. I'm in the right place. Like, and I'm like, I gotta pee. I kick it open, and it's the Bogman having his stuff put on by the whole makeup crew, and one is a female. And it's a wrestling locker room, so the men's bathroom isn't really a men's bathroom. It's anyone can go in there and do whatever. Right, stuff happens. So, giant furry foot, whatever you're into, bear. I don't know if like one of my fans from the bear community was there. I don't know where this is gonna go.
He's definitely coming in here.
So I gotta go. I've never peed that hard in front of a lady. She's laughing at me. I'm like right next to her, basically, right? And that breaks the ice better than anything, right? So we're talking. I meet the director. Blah blah blah. He watches my match. That ended up being my audition, which is kind of cool.
That's
Again, the crowd work. I'm very proud of. So if I can kind of be egotistical for a moment, I think it was that crowd work. There are guys on that roster, especially Bayou Independent Wrestling, who can wrestle worlds around me, and they're my heroes, and I'm working to get to their level.
Yeah.
But who I am in the ring and how I am, like that is something that stands out already, even amongst those guys. I think those some of the greats, TV guys and stuff that have been there. And so he saw that, and I was the one where he's like, "Hey, I've got a wrestling movie coming up. If you want to be in it, that was your audition. You're good to go." We exchanged contact info. Then. Unfortunately, the universe is a funny way of working these things out. The actor who was going to play in this movie passed away, and so that's very, very unfortunate. What happened then because of that is a perfect storm for me. He doesn't have time to go find someone legit. He already has my contact info.
You are legit.
He knows. Well, how
she
does
was
he
legit
know?
to quit.
How does he know? I haven't done anything since like theater in high school, right? So he's like, okay. If you want to go ahead and send me in like an audition tape for this role, Brian, in Sea of Madness, I'll send you the script. And I'm at the gym. I'm all working out. I didn't have my shirt that says Hugh Janus. Vote for Hugh Janus. I almost wore it tonight. I knew you would have.
Should have. I would have.
But I figured I had to go sleepless. So
Glad you did. Thank you.
I forgot I had that shirt on, and I'm trying to be all professional. I'm sweaty, and I'm like, you know what? I play a little trick. He's probably gonna watch this, and I don't care now. We're friends. But I was like, what if I do it in this loud gym, like over in the office, but like it's still loud, and I have my manager read the other lines really dry, and so it looks like all these things that would hold you back. If I was Daniel Day-Lewis, I can't pull this off.
Yeah.
Right? And so I send it in. I did my best, but I send it in, and he goes, it's hard to do like on the fly. That's good enough. Kind of sounds like an insult, but he said good enough.
That sounded bad, but I mean, yeah.
The idea was I was so nervous it wasn't going to be good enough that I literally stacked the odds against myself so it would look like, oh, that's why it's bad, because he's doing it in the moment and he's got someone who's not an actor. That's what he said. He said, oh, it's hard to do it with someone who's not an actor. I'm like, yeah, because I mean, if my manager was an actor, it would have been great, right? So he cast me, and I'm so nervous, and I go out there last January, so it's been a year already. The filming time got cut from 13 days down to 6, and so it's 20 hours a day. We're out on the USS Kidd. It's where most of the movie takes place, right, on this like World War II vessel, and it's just so cool. The lighting, all these different camera guys and the booms, and then being with all these legit actors and actresses, and the crew is so awesome, and it's just different. They're different from wrestlers, but it's the same vibe. Like and like we're sitting around there, and one of my co-stars says, "This is like an OSHA violation. Like we're working 20 hours, we're sleeping on the floor, we're eating this like old rubbery chicken," and I'm like, "This is way better than I've ever had it in any locker room in wrestling ever. There's free protein, there's coffee. I got to sleep for a few minutes. Like this is huge. Like I love it." And like when it got to like the physical parts, the role didn't have that much in it initially, but they've now got a stuntman, essentially. 2 for 1. You don't have to pay for a stuntman. So it's not too big of a spoiler. There's a fight scene in there that was initially much quicker, but we got to flesh it out. I got to flesh it out with another pro wrestler who was there, Frankie.
Cool.
And like for me, it was cool because I had that sense of incompetence or inadequacy, I think is the word, right? Like, I don't know if I'm going to be good enough for this role, but when it comes to climbing that ladder, when it comes to jumping off that thing, when it comes to fighting the bird creature, oh, baby.
Yeah, you're ready for that.
Whoever was going to do this was not going to be able to do that part as well as me. There's no actor on this planet that I'm aware of that can do this part trained like I have, right? So, but what I love about it, Frankie Thomas is a wrestler from out in Louisiana. He was cast in Bogman in this one, and so it's like I got the role because of him. Like somehow that was like the connection that really brought these roles together. First day, you're gonna love where this story's going. First day, first thing I ever film. It's middle of the night. I've had makeup on for 13 hours. That's just how it is. I'm not complaining. That's how right. Finally, it's like 3 a.m. or whatever it is. It's time to go film my first scene ever. It's in the middle of the script, which really throws you off as an actor. You don't get to film it in order.
Yeah.
And I go up, and it's Jessa. Dressed up as a mermaid, creature, on top of me, seducing me, because that's what they do. They're called sirens. They
Right.
Right, that's what they do.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Right, and that was very seductive, as you could tell.
I loved it.
And so she's on top of me, seducing me, and I'm like, "This is a cool industry. Like, I think I'm gonna like being an actor. Like, this is
I love acting.
I get paid. How much do I pay? Wait, I get paid?
What? I usually have to pay $500 for this.
Yeah, this is, and she usually won't wear the mer costume no matter how much I tell her.
These fantasies are crazy.
But it's happening, and then Frankie, the guy who essentially got me the job, is over there as a henchman getting tackled over and over again into this cold hard puddle, and I love it. It's such a small detail, but like the puddle is off frame. It's not part of the movie. He's just getting tackled into a puddle. It's not. It doesn't matter. But it's 3 a.m. It's January. It's raining. It's 20 degrees, and he's getting tackled over and over again. And I'm having a beautiful woman.
It's just on you.
And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna really love this. And
and
it was the rest from there. I mean, I just loved every minute of it. It was so much fun. It was a different kind of challenge than you're gonna get with wrestling. I was afraid of being too much of what you're seeing tonight, this like over the top, because that's what you do in wrestling, right? Everything is here.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, there's a reason Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan. Go watch, like, it's different than acting in front of a camera. Like, everything is out here, and you're screaming.
There's no crowd or anything,
right? And so there's no pop to anything, especially because my stuff there wasn't a lot of comedic relief for my role, so there's no pop. Because at least then maybe you can make someone behind the camera chuckle. There's nothing, right? So every time I'm doing something, I'm like, was that good?
You don't know because you
I don't know
reaction.
if it's good normally unless people are getting out of their seats and screaming or whatever, right? There's no reaction.
Just one guy. Woo!
Yeah. Hey. And I would have loved that, but like it was that adjustment was cool, and then I actually overcompensated and kind of kept stuff in too much. And the director slowly but surely got it out of me. He's like, no, you can be more. And I'm like, okay, because being over the top, being extra is what I do for a living normally. So
yeah,
I loved it. Every second of it. It was so awesome, and it's out now, and it's on YouTube also.
So, do you have an IMDb profile now? Then
I have so many stories. I didn't realize how many stories I had. So, I was in LA for a wedding, unrelated to anything, before the movie was filmed. So this is October 23. And we're in LA, and me and my brother are talking in the hotel room, and he's like, what if you had an IMDb page? I mean, you're going to be in a movie now.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. But no. You have to pay to make one, I think, if you want one yourself. And he looks it up, and there it is.
Oh, it was there
Alex
already.
Lundeen. It said, if you go to like Russell Crowe, best known for Gladiator.
Yeah.
It said Alex Lundeen, misspelled, last name misspelled.
Of
I
course.
don't care.
Of
And
course.
it's on the flyer. I have a DVD now, the first DVD they made of it.
It's out on
that
DVD
has it.
too?
Yeah, it's on DVD. I could have brought it for you.
We're looking for it.
Yes.
I'm going to CD Exchange. Oh my god, my fucking mic.
The copy I have is misspelled with my last name too, so it's kind of like Darth Vader with the green lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like it's worth
Okay.
$1 bajillion one day, I think. Right? So we look it up, and I've got an IMDb page. It says best known for Sea of Madness, which is kind of demoralizing when the one thing you're best known for hasn't even been filmed yet. There's like 4 people know me for that, I guess. The director knows me for that movie.
Why didn't Google tell me that when I looked it up?
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, and I didn't have to make it, which, again, if you're trying to become an actor, whatever, you should go out and invest and make one, of course, but this just kind of fell in my lap, so they made one for me, which makes it feel even more kind of legit. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
that's last year. Like I know you do a lot of modeling. Do you have actual headshots to send out now? And
yes,
stuff?
yeah, I went and took care of that. Yeah, and eventually at this point, I mean, they've got a production deal for like 14 more movies. That same studio.
And you're starring in
So,
at least half of them.
I'm in one in April, which is a
Hell
prequel
yeah.
to the prequel.
So if you need anybody else, I actually am a trained actor.
Oh, that's
No, I'm
awesome.
not.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I'll play Hector or
But
something.
I can try.
Well, I might need some more actors and actresses because
And I will do it for free.
you could have done my role. I was the son of a really rich white guy who owns a yacht.
Yeah,
Sure.
I see
I
it.
could have pulled
I
that
see it.
off.
So-
Shit on me. Just so it's like, I got it.
Yes, I was in the movie. My character was a total dick to like all the like maintenance guy, the guy,
Nice.
like the captain, the dude
Oh,
serving the
shit.
drinks.
Sí, señor.
Yeah,
I get it right now.
I called my dad when I got the role. I'm like, Dad, because he had a boat when I was in high school. I was like, I have to act like I'm the son of a rich white guy with a boat. I don't know if I can do this. And he's like, wait, hold on, you don't have to act. You just be you. I'm like, oh, okay. So this kind of brings everything kind of full circle.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I told y'all earlier in the night. If you rewind 10 years ago, I was that character. I was this rich, privileged kid that didn't know how to work hard. I like to think I was never that much of an asshole to the maintenance guy, but in the movie, I'm like, yeah, put your back into it. Yeah, I don't throw any slurs out there.
Are you sure? No.
So I guess I got lucky too, because then if I'm not that great of an actor, we won't know from this movie because I didn't have to act that much. Okay, you have to act like you're seduced by a former adult film star.
Okay.
Oh, darn. Oh,
I'm so scared.
Right? You got to act like
no. So
you're this guy.
intimidated.
So it was awesome. It's out literally on the app called Fossum. It will be on Tubi in a couple weeks and on Amazon Prime. And so nothing against the other streaming services. I feel like as far as if you have like what you've heard of and what you haven't heard of and like how legit it is, whenever I tell people it's going to be on Amazon, that kind of blows them away right there.
No, that's
No, it's
amazing.
cool.
And then, there's a DVD, like I said, there's DVD copies and shirts and merch and all this stuff. And I'm in at least one more for April. I'm in the wrestling movie, which with most likely, hopefully, with like the Von Erichs, they're showing some interest. So I guess this is so preemptive or so early that isn't even official yet, so I can share it. Maybe if it was official, I wouldn't be able to say that.
Okay.
So if it becomes official, I don't know, but that doesn't matter now.
Exclusive.
Well, it's like I'm just guessing since it's not there's no ink dried yet anywhere. But yeah, so they've been showing some interest in doing that, which is really awesome. And it's huge, but like they have 14 movies they got to put out in a couple of years in a very short time frame. And the director told me like, hey, if you want to try and write a script and see if I like it enough, we'll do it. And one of the things I wanted to do, even like wrestling's pretty much always been it, but like, there was a time where I was like, well, acting would be cool, but I don't know. I like theater and stuff, but I also like sports. I gotta find wrestling's this perfect combo, blah blah blah. Yeah. But I would love to screenwrite. I always wanted to be a screenwriter, and it's so weird how I didn't pursue it at all. It just literally just came to me from that first.
You're so privileged.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You missed the spot, but
sorry, senor.
So that is super cool. And then of course, it sounds like I'm just trying to hook up the boys, but honestly, to save a lot of money, I'm going to cast a lot of wrestlers.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
So it's called Good Night Bad Night. It's a buddy.
What is Chris Cruz's role?
It's the brothel ogre, the brothel ogre. There actually is a brothel with ogres in the movie, so I'll probably have him in it. But it's gonna be a buddy cop film, but in medieval times. Good Night Bad Night, right?
Well, like I said, if you do need anybody, I am willing and able.
For sure.
Big shout out to our sponsor, Opie, the VIP Bird of Wrestling. If you support Tall Can Listening, you got to make sure you support Opie, the VIP Bird. Go follow him on all social medias. Just type in Opie, the VIP Bird, Opie, the Indian Ringneck. You'll find him. Instagram, Facebook. And actually, he has merch now. So let's go ahead and check that out. Go to www.opiethevip.store. They got shirts and backpacks and what are the things that go around your waist? My mind just went blank. Fanny packs. They got fanny packs. They got koozies, hats, so much more. All very affordable. Go check out the store. Follow Opie on social media. Do all that. Make sure you go to local wrestling shows and you'll see him VIP ringside. Take a picture with Opie whenever you can, because Opie is a goddamn star.
I've got Wazowski'd on Raw, right?
Really?
So I've been on twice, and the second time was like Lesnar and Lashley, there's a pull apart,
Yeah.
and there's we could bookmark that and do a whole nother story if you want, right? That's a whole,
Go ahead.
My foot is broken. And I'm like leaning on Triple H. It's the whole thing. I'm very intoxicated. It's a whole thing. I'll leave that as a brief cliffhanger we can come back to. I really wanted, the first time I was a medic that went out to go help Miz when he feigned an ankle injury so he could actually attack like AJ from behind. But he was, you got to have me and a couple of guys run out there as medics. And I did it. It was such a rush. That was my first time in front of all these people. I'm like, just don't trip. You got this. He started slipping, and I've never had that much adrenaline in my life. I was not going to drop this. Man.
Yeah, you're not dropping the Miz?
It's not ergonomic at all. I'm like, I'm not dropping the Miz. I have one job, right? And we get to the back, and he does his thing, and it's so cool. It's exciting. And I go back and watch, and you see the other people that came out as medics, you can see their face, and there's a ladder, because a ladder match was coming up later that night, right? Or it was to advertise for TLC or something. There's just a ladder there that has nothing to do with anything. And here's my face, and I just know it's me because the watch. I know my watch. But otherwise, this is my debut on Monday Night Raw. You have
to make that your profile picture.
Yeah, it's just, it could be anybody. You don't know it's me. And so I got Mike Wazowski on my first time. Do you want the story from the second?
Yes!
Okay, so it all started when I was a child.
Okay.
No, so I had a weekend, like I told you, there's those weekends where you just go everywhere, you get so tired, you don't know what city you're in, right? So I have Houston on a Friday, and it's like a 6-man, crazy, whatever, elimination, super long match, all this stuff. I just do one of my normal backflips in the match, and I crack my calcaneus, I crack my heel. So it's all, and I didn't know at the time, but it hurt. And in wrestling, there's so much adrenaline that when something really hurts during, you're screwed.
Yeah.
A lot of times, it's when you get to the back, or like, my favorite is it'll be 3 days later, I'm like, my nose hurts. Oh, yeah, that's right, I'm a pro wrestler. I probably got punched. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But this is happening during the match, and I got to go to the end and win this, like, 6-man elimination thing. And so I'm going to the back, and, like, everyone's like, man, he's great at selling. I don't remember anything happening to his foot.
He's still selling it.
Yeah, the whole night. He's really committed. He's at Waffle House, like, 6 hours later. Like, holy right? So then I've got my brother's in-laws live in Houston, and I'm flying out of Houston to Florida the next day, so I get 45 minutes of sleep. I don't know if I actually fell asleep, but it's one of those nights. Yeah, I remember I couldn't get into their house with the code they gave me, and I'm just too polite. I'm not going to wake them up in the middle of the night. So I had all my stuff laid out in the yard because I'm trying to move stuff, because I got to get in the plane tomorrow, and I'm like, I'm just going to like stay in my car till it's time to go. I got in, I lay down, taking a bunch of ibuprofen, trying to get the swelling to go down. I get in to the airport. I fly out of Hobby. There's 2 airports. This is going to matter later for the story. So I fly out of Hobby. I almost missed the entire show in Florida because the line is the longest I've ever seen. That's just how it is. When you're late for something, it's like a world record line. Like just
that happens.
Zigzag down the airport, way past the security. And when I finally get through security, I'm new to this, right? This is years ago, so I'm really new to traveling with wrestling. I don't realize my belt is going to set off literally set off. Right? Yep. So now she goes, you got a big bowl in your bag. And I'm like, no, I don't.
What does that mean?
I'm like fighting with her. I'm like, I don't have a bowl. And she goes, yeah, you do. I'm like, okay, show me my bowl. And she opens it up, and there's what looks like a bowl to her, I guess, the TWL Championship. And she's like, oh, cool. And then it turns into a super positive thing, and you want to be, even though I'm not that guy yet, I certainly don't want to be known as like some kind of jerk that doesn't want to take pictures with.
That was my next question.
Yeah,
like, start asking for selfies.
Yeah, if I was like already about to miss my flight though, so I get put in that situation, and so I talk my way out of it without being rude to me and say, hey, I'm gonna go defend this in Florida, and when I fly back tomorrow, we're taking pictures. Which doesn't make sense because why would you go through the security in Houston when you're on your way back? Don't worry about it.
Did they buy it?
She was like, yeah, cool. So she would have let me go no matter what, but that was my way of getting out of it without being a jerk. I felt like, you know what I mean? So she's like, okay, go ahead, whatever. I get on the flight, fly Florida. I have to have a triple threat match in the main event with a broken foot. There's 2 awesome professionals take care of me. Everything's good.
So you still wrestled with the broken foot?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know at the time. I mean, it's like I got time to go to the hospital. You're right. And it really wasn't too bad. It was just, it was having trouble fitting in the boot. So I do remember being in the parking lot. It's around Halloween. It's like a kids event, and I go to the parking lot. I thought I was alone. I take all my stuff off, and I'm like, I'm trying to put my boot in, and I look, and there's just a bunch of kids staring at me in my underwear, and like,
well, that's
the parents,
jail.
Like, that could have been. The mom's like, come on, honey, come on.
What is this man doing?
Honey, do not look.
In my underwear, I'm like, no, I'm a wrestler. Don't worry about it. It's cool. So
it's okay. I'm a limo driver.
Yeah. It's like the baby oil. It's because I'm a wrestler. Like, no, bring your kid back, please. Bring your kid back. I'll sign something for it. I've got bullets. I've got inflatable stuff in my car. I've got all kinds of inflatable stuff for the kids. No, where are you going? Who are you calling? Stop it.
I'm white. It's fine.
Like, bring the kids back. I've got candy because it's Halloween, so I had candy.
Nice.
Yeah, so I didn't get arrested. Thankfully. I have that whole thing. Then that's supposed to be it for the weekend. So I actually don't have to fly back till the next day. I'm chilling at the promoter's house. They're treating me great. They're putting me up. I don't have to get a hotel. I get a text. Not an email, a text. Anybody remember Kenny from Spirit Squad?
Yes.
Actually, yeah. I get a text. Hey, this is Ken. Can you be in Dallas for Raw tomorrow night? And I've seen so many of those interviews now where people get the call from, and they think it's a prank. And this was a version of that with the text. I don't have his number, so he's having to tell me who he is, and I'm like, who's this or whatever. And I think that I didn't send him who the fuck, right? Or just send him a nude or something. You never know.
Yeah, here, Kenny.
Chris Cruz. It's Chris. Up to your bullshit again. Fake number. All right, so I was like, it's probably just him. Okay. Yes, sir. Of course I can be there. And he's like, okay, great. Because I'm not going to say no. Yeah. Then I realized, oh, no, I can't be there. I'm in Florida. I'm in Orlando. Okay. So I bite the bullet, $300 to change my flight earlier from whatever it was in the afternoon to the earliest one out, 4 in the morning or whatever it is, 5 in the morning. So the promoter's got to wake up in middle of the night. So again, 45 minutes of sleep. Now we're on two. This is relevant for the story. I'm not going to complain. I understand it's part of the job, but that double whammy, 2 nights in a row of no sleep, and then you got another match potentially on Monday Night Raw. Who knows, right?
Right.
Omos was tearing through people every week.
Oh, that could have been you.
Or was it? I thought it was going to be me. I thought it was going to be me. So I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get there somehow. So I paid $300. We get to the airport. Same thing. Longest line you've ever seen, right? That's always how it is. Blah, blah, blah. I'm in line to get on the actual plane, and I realize it's going to George Bush. Oh, no. I bought a ticket for the wrong. Because it's the middle of the night, and I was like,
yeah, you just kind of
no. And there probably wasn't one to Hobby anyway. And I'm like, okay, I can pull this off. And it's Houston because it's where my car is. It's not Dallas. So we're already behind the 8 ball on this one. I'm already screwed. So, okay. So I get into George Bush. I pay, it was $45 for an Uber for 45 minutes to get to the other one. And then this is also another reoccurring thing in the story. He turns into a huge fan. He's like, oh my God, you're a wrestler. It's really awesome, blah, blah, blah. Which is great for conversation. But then when we get out of the car, he's like, can we get that picture and all that stuff? So, this is my favorite. Stan Lee in all of those Marvel movies always plays a different old guy. So he has to bring me to the extended parking that's and normally
stay?
you'd ride the bus there, but now I'm getting an Uber dropping me off in the front. I get out, I have all my stuff out of the bag to get the belt. I can't have a boot on, I can't have a shoe on, it's too swollen now. We take our picture. He drives away. Now it's just me, and I walk up, and there's an old Stan Lee lookalike in the little booth. And I'm, the thing that has to go up and down for cars. I'm on foot, barefoot, with a championship belt, and at 3 in the afternoon. And I just look over, and I'm like, please, I don't have time to explain all this. I'm a wrestler. It's okay. The baby oil. Don't worry about the baby oil.
Where's the kids?
Do you have any kids, sir? I've got inflatable stuff in the bag. I got a bunch of inflatable stuff. I'll sign it.
I got bullets.
Don't worry, sir. I've got bullets. I'm missing a shoe, which looks like why would you let that guy in? He doesn't even have shoes on. But I've got a bowl or a championship belt. It's expensive. So he presses the button. There's no way in. So he presses the button for the thing to go up so I can walk by. I can hop through. Thanks, dude. And he's just looking at me the whole time. And so I go and I get in my car. I text Kenny. I said, sir, I'm on my way. I promise. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a little bit late. He goes, oh, it's cool. Don't worry about it. He was super chill. Don't worry about it, brother. But on the way there, the promoter gave me a polo shirt, but that's all he had. That was nice, and I've got nothing to wear. You're supposed to be all dressed up backstage, right? So I flipped my joggers inside out, my long black pants, and they almost look like nice clothes from a distance because they don't have any logos or any stripes or anything because they're inside out. They've got holes in them, but they're black, so you can't tell, right? And I was pretty dark at the time, so don't worry.
What?
So,
Caribbean?
but yeah, I was getting ready for it. No, they wouldn't have hired me then. They wouldn't. I had my tan. So, I did get brown for raw though.
Si, senor.
Right?
I'm sorry.
I mean, almost we could have looked alike. Who knows? But the other problem is I can't get the boot on now. But who cares about boots? I'm supposed to wear nice clothes. So I got the polo, the inside out joggers, and I realized, whoa, they're long pants. If I put my boots on and then put the joggers down, like they'll look like shiny leather shoes. Like from a distance, no one's gonna pay that much attention. But the left goes on, no problem. The right will not fit. So, and I'm out of ibuprofen or whatever else I've been taking. So I go to the gas station, again, just like the George Bush thing, I don't pay attention. I grab the ibuprofen or whatever it was right away. I take a bunch, and I realize they were blue. And
PMs.
It's PMs.
Oh,
PMs.
son of a bitch.
And I've already swallowed and everything. You know that.
I know.
So,
We know.
We know.
it's
Tall
damage
can
is
swallowing.
done. The damage is done. I'm not like, I just have I've never made myself throw up, not from a dare, not from a, whatever it is. That's just, and I got a pretty good stomach, so total number of throw ups in my life is pretty low. Like, I don't really know how to do it. And I've got to, because I'm going to be on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
I'm going to wrestle Omos. Like, this is my moment, right? So, I pull over to a parking lot. Another reoccurring theme of the story. I go, I do the gimmick. The adrenaline is through the roof, so I'm gonna do it. I'll die if I have to.
Yeah,
I'm
because Monday Night Raw.
Like my elbows.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm throwing up, but
It was so veiny.
But I took all of it though, right? And my eyes got watery. But
Congrats.
I never broke eye contact. So I'm going.
I love it.
I didn't have a gag reflex. Chris, if Chris, that's your next question.
He actually wanted feet pics, but that's for later.
Thankfully, I had a gag reflex because I was throwing up. But the problem is I don't see any blue, and I don't know how long it would take.
Yeah,
see, it's so recent. There should be blue coating from that pills, and I don't see it, so I'm freaked out. So, and I accidentally taken them once, like in high school, the PM stuff, and like went to the bathroom and I woke up like in the stall.
Yeah,
like, that stuff will get you. Maybe not everyone, but it gets me.
I did it once at work. It was terrible.
Yeah, and you're just, even if you're awake, you're not you, that's for sure. So I take a whole Monster, and I'm like, I guess this balances it out, right?
Fuck.
And
it
like,
sounds like, keep going.
I chug the Monster. I get there. I'm way later than everyone else. I'm trying to find where to park. Blah blah blah. I'm hobbling in. I find everyone. You've got to give your paperwork to someone. You got to go to the medical then and get an examination.
Oh shit!
And I just remember this moment where I found out Kenny wasn't there. So the one guy who's cool with me being late
isn't even fucking there.
So the guys who are there don't know who I am or why I'm late. And you're supposed to like leave if you're late. Like, fuck, who are you? Get out of here, kid. Who do you think you are 3 hours after everyone? And, calls 12 o'clock and I'm there at 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. And I'm hopping around. I'm trying to fill out paperwork, showing my blood work. And at one point, the guy in the suit, whoever he was, I can't remember which guy it was. He goes,
Vincent Kid. No,
he goes, why are you so late again? And this weird moment I'll remember for the rest of my life. I just looked at him. It's like I broke character. Like if your life is a movie, sometimes you break. And I just go like, I'm trying my best, man. Oh. No explanation. Just, it was in my eyes. Maybe that's when I became an actor. But it wasn't. It was real though. Like it was authentic. I go, look, man, I'm doing my best. And he goes, oh, okay, cool. And like,
but it worked. It worked.
He understood. He could see in my soul in that moment. Like this is authentic.
He saw your pain.
I'm not late. I'm not lazy. I'm like, I'm doing my best, man.
But you're limping in. Like, come on.
The apocalypse has been.
Your eyes are probably fucking like bloodshot.
Yeah. I'm starting to hallucinate because the PMs and
and the Monster.
This story has Matt Riddle coming up in a little bit, and it's really relevant.
What?
So, next is medical. It's my next hurdle. It's like the 12 obstacles of Achilles or whatever. I don't know. I don't read books. So, the Odyssey. I don't know. So, I have to go to medical, and blood pressure is never a problem for me, but I've met guys who like get nervous about failing the blood pressure thing, and the blood pressure goes up, and I start getting so nervous because I've got this Monster in me and the PMs, and I'm like, oh no, then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I'm nervous about that. It was fine. That was fine. Everything else was fine. Blood work's fine. But there's a little thing that no one has probably ever failed. Stand on one foot. Like, Why? Why is this a thing? Why is it? So left foot all day, baby. What else you want? You want me to juggle? I got you. And he goes, okay, right foot. I'm like, no.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. The left. I'll do left again. I'm like, what if I turn around and go left? Do that? No. He's a doctor. He knows. So I go right and I fall. And he goes, oh, go ahead and go again. And I just, good. All right, cool. We're good. I'm just like, just the tear goes down my face. And I'm like, I'm good. So I'm really out of it now. He does the same gimmick, like, hey, why are you really late? Just like everyone's like,
yeah, you do the same thing. Just
I'm like, please. Try. I told him the whole thing. Florida, wrong airport in Houston, blah blah. And that like won him over. He's pretty impressed. Almost comes in for something, and I'm so out of it. I shake his hand and I start going, "Hey, I think it's gonna be us tonight, brother." Like I almost said that. It would have been so awkward, but
you didn't say it.
I didn't say. I didn't say. No, he couldn't have heard anyway. Though. Yeah, he's so far right up there. So I shook his hand. I go find everyone else. Whatever. We have a meeting in the back to figure out who's with Lashley, who's with Lesnar for this pull apart.
Yeah.
Right. And the super duper medically cleared guys go with Lesnar. Mm-hmm. So you see what I'm saying there is you're more likely to get thrown around
by Lesnar. Yeah.
And if you get tossed,
you're getting tossed for sure.
Stay down. Don't get up or you will get tossed again much further. And I'm like, man, deep down, I'm like, I hope they put me with the Lashley group, right? Because there's someone else who like told him he's got a thing with their back, and like, yeah, you go with Lashley, you'll be fine. And I got put with the Lesnar group. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Fuck.
But I just remember during the meeting, what I just told y'all is all that I remember. It was a long meeting about other stuff too, and it's all the roster and all the security guys and all this stuff, and I'm just like seeing dragons and mushrooms and stuff like that, right? Like, I've done some stuff in my day, but I'll tell you, 2 nights no sleep, then the PM then the
and Monster,
it'll get you, right? And,
I'll try it tomorrow.
Yeah, try it. While driving is what I read.
Mailman.
So while driving from Houston to Dallas is definitely safe, right? So then I look over, and it's, of course, I thought I was hallucinating. It's Matt Riddle, and he looks over at me, and he goes, what's up? and everyone else is like standoffish and not talking to me. He's like, what's up, dude? I'm like, hey, what's up, bro?
He saw it in your eyes.
We were on the same wavelength. He didn't know where we were. I didn't know where we were. We knew we were, everyone else's frequencies were, ours were right here.
That's why he spotted. He's like,
yeah.
Oh, I get it,
bro. Right? I told him that story like just a few months ago, and
you told it?
Yeah, I was like, hey, that really meant a lot. We connected in that moment. He's like, oh, that's a cool story, bro. He has no recollection. He's like,
you don't remember shit.
I know. Someone else told it. Like, right? Triple H is talking, and there's this huge dragon jumping around on his head. Like me and Matt saw it though.
Shit.
But yeah, then when it came time to go out there, like you just see all the security running out after like Lashley or Lesnar, whoever. I guess Lesnar was down by the ring. They're all running towards him, and then there's a beat, and then me. I'm coming.
Is it on camera though?
Yeah. I'm on there. And then so what ends up happening is like while everyone else is holding back one of the two guys, you got Triple H kind of parting the seas. And me with Triple H because I can't touch anyone. I can't hold my. I'm like using him to hold me up. I'm like I'm like supporting him, like supporting me, and like I'm kind of just like his little. I'm imitating whatever he does. Like yeah. And I got my swollen foot. I'm on the monster and the everything, and then nothing negative comes from it. I'm on TV. I didn't get Mike Wazowski'd.
That's
no one's
amazing.
the wiser. Hopefully that doesn't get the doctor fired that I passed the exam when maybe I shouldn't have.
Whatever your name is, senor.
And that was the last time I was on Raw, but I don't think for a reason. Just most recent time
because of your dedication.
Yeah.
To get there, Jesus Christ, so much went wrong.
Yeah. You definitely deserve everything that you have gotten up to this point because that is rough.
That in particular.
That's
story,
rough.
Yeah, it's an interesting business. I think talent gets you a long way, but I don't know. This probably applies to most industries in life. Like, there's just like the number one thing is just keep coming back after you get slapped in the face. Or you got to eat shit or pay your dues or you fail miserably or whatever. I'm the guy who keeps showing up, and if it's 5 in the morning,
that's what you gotta do.
I'm the guy. It sucked that something sucks, and then half the guys don't show up the next day, but I'm still there. I mean, that's what I signed up for. Let's do it.
Cool.
Whatever I got to do.
Tall Camp.
At Ladies Made Cleaning, we provide top quality cleaning services that save you time and leave your space spotless. From homes to offices, we bring the sparkle back. Reliable, thorough, and always on time. Call Ladies Made Cleaning today for your free estimate. 210-580-4330.
So basically, every episode I pick a random scene from a movie and you have to guess at the end. This one's pretty obvious because I was like, it's February, it's a rom-com.
Okay.
Your lines are underlined. Y'all are basically arguing over me.
Oh, nice.
Marty, hand me that blonde wig.
So, Dean here? Okay.
Okay.
Or no? I'm Dean? Okay.
No.
I'll just read my stuff.
This is gonna, hold on, let me put on my outfit.
So you said my lines are underlined?
Yeah, because...
And you gave me the list of lines?
No, I barely have anything, too. It's all...
Okay.
Oh, glasses
You're a
came
movie
out.
star. I've got an eye.
Look! He's got my glasses! Nobody has glasses like that anymore.
That's
I
Arsenal's
love
got
them.
everything in his arsenal.
All right, well, I'm just...
Don't tell me y'all started the party without us. Sorry, I'm just getting warmed up.
No, I love
Fuck,
it.
how do I look, Marty?
Got all in your face.
I know. Fuck, I usually do. I'm a female. Alright, are y'all ready to act this out? Alright, go ahead.
Dean, what the hell are you trying to pull?
I'm used to doing this on the couch, by the way. Well, it's nice to see you too, brother.
Did he ask you to the prom?
Yes, I did.
It's bullshit.
Oh, I forgot to underline my line. Wait, someone asking me is bullshit?
I thought we were going together.
All right, Zach, enough's enough. This isn't cool anymore, okay? I like this girl, and you gotta stop this whole bet thing.
Wait, bet?
Yeah, it was stupid, Laney. Okay, Zach said he can make any girl prom queen, and you were the one picked. So he thinks that if he takes you to prom, it'll help you win. People have feelings, man.
Is that true? Am I a bet? Am I a bet?
Yes.
Am I a fucking bet?
Yes. I actually know this one. R.I.P.
You don't
Paul
know the
Walker.
movie?
R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Oh my god, my hair stuck in my piercing. Oh no.
Pull the wig out. Pull it out.
What the fuck?
You got it right, you know?
No.
Kiss me.
Got it. And scene. Wait, you already knew the movie?
I actually know this one
I think this
because
is the first time
R.I.P.
she
Paul
knows
Walker.
this. Okay.
It's because it's
You
a
never
Paul
seen She's All
Walker.
That?
No.
Oh man. Do you watch movies?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean you're in them. I was gonna say.
Burn. I liked it. I
I've
liked
watched
it.
my own movie like 37 times, if that helps.
Well, this is a classic rom-com from the 90s.
Okay.
Cheesy. All the
You were
right-
too young.
Yeah, I'm old enough for WCW, but I guess not old enough for that one.
Not for movies. Social medias, future events, anything?
Oh yeah. If you want
let's
to
go
say
down the
social
list.
media.
So
Bullets.
if you look up Alex Arsenal on Google, you'll probably get a bunch of people from the UK first. 'Cause
Yeah,
they all got there
100%.
before I did. But Alex Arsenal on Facebook should get you me. Alex with 2 X's _ Arsenal will get you me on Instagram.
Not 3.
And no, not anymore. All right, I've changed.
Not yet.
So then TikTok as well. I keep forgetting I have a TikTok. You keep reminding me.
You have it in your Instagram bio too.
Oh.
I mean, it's there.
I got it on my Instagram bio clearly.
Yeah. Well, that's how I found it. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's there.
For sure.
I definitely have it. Okay. And then let's see. So that's for my socials. Let's see. So I'll be in Houston.
And your social? And
My social? No. We already know where I work now. That's probably too much. And I said I live.
We also
6
could
minutes
cut
away.
that if you want.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Good,
Well, but then you might as well put your social.
I'm gonna buy.
No.
I'm gonna buy some bear spray tonight. I'll be fine.
you're gonna need some Petra spray too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad.
So shows coming up. We got TASW in Houston this Saturday, which is February 9th. Boom, right? Did I get that right? Okay, because then 7 days. No, that's February 8th. What's today?
6.
No
I got
idea.
that right, yeah.
I don't have my watch on
Okay,
me.
and then it's a week. All of that's wrong because it's next weekend because I haven't had carbs. I'm doing a photo shoot this Saturday.
Yes,
That's
you are.
right.
That's right.
I don't know
You were
when-
testing
when
our
is this?
knowledge.
So it's February
Is this even released in
15th.
time for
It'll
the
be released
15th and
before
16th?
it'll be before Valentine's Day. So like
Yes.
12.
All right. So by the time you're seeing this, you still have time to go to the TASW show in Cypress, Texas, on February 15th, or also as well the RCW show on February 16th, Sunday, 5:30. The Good Shepherd is where it normally is, and it's not there. It's at the Grand Event Center.
I was gonna correct you, yeah.
Don't show up to the wrong place.
Yeah.
The Rumble Royale. Ooh, that's like my favorite one of the whole year. It's super exciting. Me versus Hit, but you never ever know
Okay.
who might show up when there's 30 spots.
Is he
at
showing up?
Women's Rumble. Oh, where'd you think? Oh,
Nothing. Anything else? Last minute thoughts before we head out.
I could really go for a torta. I'll tell you what.
Let's go! Petra? All right.
I got
want to
nothing.
thank Alex Arsenal for coming through.
Hey, thank you for having me, brother.
It took long enough.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me on.
And this was I usually throw my beer at the screen,
no.
but I don't want to.
Oh.
Is it completely empty?
Throw
Sarah
one of
gets mad at
these.
me. That'll break the camera.
Chug it and throw it. Just trying to get you to have some protein, damn it.
And this was another episode of Tall Can Listening.
First one of the season.
I missed completely. I'm mad. Let me throw another one. Nope, none are empty. Yeah! Oh, sorry.
No, you
I
cut it right
missed
there.
it.
That's how we started, right?
There it is.